Well, the good news is Pietro Pietro has picked up where Willem Gubbles left off. He has been an absolute scoring machine for us, which has come in handy in most games, except the last game we played against Borussia Dortmund, which, frankly, was a complete and total FM job, which seems to be par for the course lately. My name is FM Jellicoe, and this is the Red Devils Rising. So, after Hoffenheim, we're at VfB Stuttgart. We drew Twazi a goal, Mutno goal. Against Augsburg, we beat them 2-0 thanks to goals by Jamelka and Mutno. Against Werder, Pellegrini had a brace of goals. Against Union Berlin, he had a brace of goals. We won one, drew the other. Against Borussia Dortmund, De Gracke, a brace of goals. Magahalis a goal. Conor Gallagher a goal. We were 4-0 up at the half. I couldn't make that up if I tried. Harvey Elliott scored in the 60th minute, Bellingham scored in the 63rd minute, Emery Can scored in the 75th, Pelao Maria equalized in the 79th, so they got 4 goals in 19 minutes, and then on probably one of the weakest penalty challenges I've seen all season, I honestly think the ref sneezed, and there was just enough air coming out that his whistle made a sound. Maximilian Wolver got the equalizer in the 92nd minute. It was, frankly, a game we should have drawn. The fact that my guys fell apart and I threw a bottle at each and every one of them hopefully means that we'll have a better performance today. You have to ignore this over here. It's still Danny's working on the Lower League Scotland database, so he hasn't done any work on the skin, which is fine because this is still a great skin. But as you can see, Pellegrini leads us with 8 goals and the highest rating. Florian held 5 assists. Jamelka best pass completion. Pellegrini 2 players of the match. Flikioli 4 yellow cards, but that's okay because he's out for the next 5 weeks with a broken upper arm. If we do look at the standings, we're doing okay. We are in 7th place. We're challenging for European football this year. That is the goal. So in order to get past that goal, though, we're going to have to beat Bayer. We should have drawn with Borussia. And then we're going to play Hertha BSC in our Pokal match. This is going to be tough. We promised the board we get to at least a 3rd round. This is the 2nd round match. I don't think there'll be 2 against us if something happens. After all, Hertha is one of the better teams in the league. We'll just have to wait and see. So what I'm going to do is double check my best 11, check my reserves, and we're going to come back with our match in just a bit. And this is the squad we're playing today. We got Decker and goal, Magahalis, Jamelka, Beshka, and Pies as the defensive back four, Swiderski and Gallagher as the midfielders, Burnett and Held as the attack midfielders, Pellegrini and De Gracke up top as the strikers. I have faith. I'm going to Pax Paviscum. I have faith. Let's get it done, guys. Who do they have? Diaby, Szymanski, Palacios, Askasibir, who I had on a save at Milan, I want to say. I think it was at Milan. He was just a yellow card machine. Holy cow. Pie on the throne to Held. Back to Pie. Gets it over to Beshker, up to Swiderski. Gallagher with the ball now. Moving forward, up to Held, into space, got by the defender. Baseline, gets by the defender again, tries crossing it in, but Todd knocks away. Magahalis is going to run it down, gets it to Swiderski. Back over to Gallagher, over to Held, up into space for De Gracke, who slots it near post for his 4th goal of the season. Schwolo is the name of the Bayer keeper. Nice one-touch pass by Held. That was well done. Pie again on the throw-in. Gets it to Held. Centers it to Swiderski. Pie back to Gallagher. Out to Magahalis. He gets by 1. De Gracke again a goal. Wow. That looked a little bit acrobatic. On the 2D, as acrobatic as a dot can look. Let's see what it looks like in the 3D here. So Swiderski to Pie to Gallagher, out to Magahalis. He drives forward, gets by the defender. That looks a bit physically, I'm not going to say impossible, but improbable. Just probably the animation not being able to do what actually happened. Praise the guys here. Oh, look, now they're all happy. Bezger taps up to Gallagher. Back to Bezger. Over to Jamelka, Swiderski, Gallagher, Pellegrini. Out to Pye, all alone on the left. Tries crossing it in, but Dest knocks it away. However, Bezger's going to run that down. Gets it over to Swiderski. Back to Bezger. Swiderski. Long pass out towards Burnett. Oh, the defender totally misplayed that. Burnett takes the shot. That's youth coming into play there. Burnett taps to Swiderski short. Swiderski, I need his first name. DeGraca misses the header. I want to say it's Maximilian. We'll check that here in a minute. Magahaus to Gallagher. Long pass out towards Pye. On the left, no one around him. Crosses it in. Held is there, and he scores his 4th goal of the season. I'm going to say this out loud. We are absolutely dominating Bayer. 32 minutes in, we are 3 goals up. Nice long pass into space for Pye. Plenty of time to set himself up. Held just sitting right there. Corner of the box. Nice volley in. Pye on the throw into Held. Backheel pass. Can't control it. Dest knocks it away up to Gedkill. Gedikli. Szymanski. Oh, Swiderski steps in front of that. DeGraca gives it away to Posh. Stands it forward to Pye, who just bangs it forward. Now that's Magahaus' feet. Over to Burnett. Gets by 1 defender. Gets by 2. Drops off DeGraca. Gallagher to Held. Back to DeGraca. Back to Gallagher. Pye. Tries crossing it in. Bounces it off. A Bayer player, Szymanski, running forward. Gallagher dispossesses him, but Gedikli ends up with it. Easy. Well, I'm not going to say easy stop for Decker to get, because it looked like he almost lost it. Palacios ends up with the ball. Szymanski gets by the defender. Held. Diaby's there. And he kicks it wide right. Keep trying to figure out Swiderski's first name. Martin. Okay, that's, you know what, Martin. I knew that. Corner kick. Szymanski. Posh heads it over the crossbar. Burnett sends it in. Jamelka can't get ahead on it. Szymanski has it. She's challenged. Gets by the 1 defender. Dispossessed, but he gets it back. Diaby's there. Gedikli, they're going to call that a Gedikli goal. Looks like maybe Diaby hit it and Gedikli headed it in. Oh, he volleyed it in. Okay. That was nice. Still a good first half. 10 shots, 6 on target. Decent possession advantage. Well, I was looking at the 57% here for tackles 1. 53% possession advantage isn't too bad, but we're doing pretty well. We each have the same number of shots and on target. We've just been better in front of goal. Szymanski. Corner kick in, knocked away. Amiri runs it down for Bayer. Gets by 1, knocked away. Palacios gets it, passes back to Mittelstadt, drives forward. He's challenged, gets it back to Palacios. Oh, Amiri's right there. It was a nice cross in the crowd. Amiri was in the right place at the right time. Magahaus gets the errant pass. Jamelka just bangs it forward, goes right to Mittelstadt. Don't know what Jamelka was thinking. Palacios to Mittelstadt. To Diaby. Long pass, goes right to Jamelka though. Magahaus ends up with the ball. Gallagher. Swiderski to Graka. Doesn't really have help just yet. Cuts left. Held is there. Gets by 1. Schlolo's there, but De Graka gets the rebound for his hat trick. We are 4-2 up. The January transfer window is going to be interesting. De Graka's wanted. I don't remember by who, but I remember it's a fairly big team. And frankly, with Muntno, as I'm hitting my mic, frankly, with Muntno, Arjau, Steensig and a couple other players, I'd be okay letting De Gracke go. Speaking of which, it's about 70 minutes in. We are going to get De Gracke off. We're going to bring on Arjau. We're going to get Jamelka off and bring on Rainieri. Dest on the throw-in. Swiderski knocks away, but Askasibar is going to run it down. Plaghios back to Askasibar. Bar. Oh, back and forth. Held finally gets it. Gets it out to Burnett. Cuts left. Cuts left again. In the box. Takes the shot. Wide left. That's just youth. That's just youth. Aaron on the throw-in. Knocked away. Askasibar runs it down. Gets it to Plaghios. Back to Askasibar. Over to Dest on the right. No one in front of him. In the box. Baseline. Gets around one. Gets around two. Decker, nice stop. Szymanski runs it. Just knocks it out of bounds. Swiderski, rather. Amiri. Gallagher knocks it away. Diaby's going to run it down. Gets by the defender. Holds it up. Is dispossessed by Burnett. Plaghios gets the ball back, though. Aaron. And the highlight ends. Diaby to Plaghios off the throw-in. And Decker, a very nice stop. It was a nice kick by Plaghios. Decker taps over Rainieri on the goal kick. Up to Swiderski. To Pellegrini. Over to Burnett. Back to Pellegrini. He taps it over. Arjau's there, and he slots it past the keeper who came out too far. Left himself too wide open. Arjau's. Arjau. Henrique's second goal of the season. Very nice assist by Pellegrini. This is a solid game for us. Rainieri off the goal kick. Up in the crowd again, but Posh knocks it down. Diaby ends up with it. One-on-one with Decker. He blocks it. Szymanski's dispossessed by Bejger. Held. And the highlight ends. That was a really good defensive sequence there. Pye on the throw-in to Held. Back to Pye. Taps off to Gallagher, but he misplayed it. Amiri gets it to Diaby, who's driving forward, takes a shot, just really wide left. It's just him trying to make something happen before the end of the game. And that is it. We win 5-2 thanks to a hat-trick's worth of goals by De Gracke, a goal by Held, a goal by Arjau. 18 shots, 9 on target, 7 on target, 1 woodwork hit, 1 clear-cut chance. Only 2 long shots. That's very, very good. Good win, boys. Well done. And that puts us in 6th place for the moment. Of course, we got Hertha Berlin coming up in 3 days. So I'm going to save this here, and we're going to come back for a Pokal match against Hertha Berlin. And the people, Hertha Berlin, in just a minute. So, for the moment, De Gracke is wanted by Almeria. They are 16th in La Liga. The kicker is he just signed a new contract, and he's not interested in signing another contract so soon after he signed this other one, which was literally last year, and his minimum release fee is $21.5 million. I highly suspect there's going to be a club in the January transfer window that's going to make an offer, which, frankly, I'd be okay with. I mean, we got him on a free, for crying out loud. So, we'll have to wait and see. We've got Enemy of the People, Hertha Berlin, coming up. We'll be back with that match here in just a minute. Well, the nice thing is, even with a mostly rotated squad, we still got solid players. Decker and goal, Magahalis, Jamelka, Bejger, and Rainieri as the defensive back four, Martin and Aurelian as the midfielders, Tuazi and Bloom as the attacking midfielders, Mutno and Arjau up top as the strikers. Pellegrini could play. I got a lot of players who could play, but I don't know. Part of me says, why risk them? Especially when stuff like that's going to happen freaking 40 seconds into the game. Just skies up and over my defender. Come on, boys. Let's not embarrass ourselves today any more than we have to. Decker to Jamelka. Out to Mutno. He heads it over to Tuazi. He cuts inside, taps it up. I have no idea what Arjau is doing. Pedro to Treshkovic. Gets by the one defender, Holds it up. Oh, Tawazi steps in front of that. Kind of redeems himself. Arja out to Bloom, who's a very good young attacking midfielder who's dispossessed by Bogard. Florentino stops it from going out of bounds. Gets it to Teme. Over to Bogard. Back to Florentino. Long pass towards Pedro. Cuts across the field. Still going. Gives it over to Hodge. Hodge drives forward. Holds it up. Gets by the defender. Loses it. And somehow the ball ends up on the outside of the net. I guess the one piece of good news is Astor Franks got hurt. Potential knee injury. That's no bueno. Very good midfielder. Hertha. Trajkovic. And Florentino ends up with the goal after the ball bounces back and forth a couple of times. Blivet. Nuts, and damn. They tried. Looks like we're going to have to yell at the boys at the halftime here. Well, I didn't yell at them. I just told them I expected better. I mean, 3 shots went on target, for crying out loud. We need to be better. Arjal's picked up a knock. Plus, we're 60 minutes in almost. So, you know what? We're going to bring Steensick on. And we're going to swap him with Montano. A lot of players I can switch out. They're just not really doing well. And we're going to get Montano off and bring on Pellegrini. And we're going to get Bejker off and bring on Logan Pye, because Bejker is about ready to lose his top. Nijland to Mayer. Back to Nijland. Bogard. Nijland to Pedro. Long pass towards Hodge. He's challenged. Challenged again. Knocked away. Maga Hollis just bangs it out. Nijland's there. Gets the ball to Meyer and the highlight ends. Just a goal. Just one goal. No, it's not going to happen. Subpar performance by a lot of guys on that team. And, you know, Hertha's had a couple of subpar performances, but they've had enough players contribute enough that... Man. Okay, so we're out of the second round. The board is not going to be happy. 351,000. That was annoying. So I think what we're going to do is save the game here real quick. And then, looking ahead, you know, it's another big break again, but I think that's the way to go, is we'll come back for Freiburg and Hertha right before the winter transfer window. And then we don't have a Pokal match, so we'll come back for probably Nuremberg and Hoffenheim and see what happens there. Well, our form has been okay. I think if we stay like this, we're definitely going to be mid-table, and I'm okay with that. But we're really aiming for European competition this year. The goal is European competition this year, better European competition next year, and then we retire and or resign rather, and see if our successor can do something with our squad. So that's the plan. Of course, as I am fond of saying, Custer had a plan too. So we're playing some good teams coming up: Leipzig, Wolfsburg, Mainz, Bayern again before we come back for Freiburg and Hertha. But it's, 6 games? If we can get 6 points from those 6 games, I think we'll be okay. So we'd like to get a little bit more, but beggars cannot be choosers. So speaking of beggars, money-wise, we're doing really well. 106 in the bank, 59 million transfer budget, almost 60, and we've got 400,000 to play with on the payroll. So, you know, when you got a squad of mostly youth players, that's how it's going to, or when your roster is mostly youth players, that's how it's going to break down for you. I think our most salary, Marco de Graca is earning $53,000 a week, and he's our highest paid player, which is very, very interesting. So whether or not he stays here past the January transfer window remains to be seen. So the game against Bayer was great. That was a dominating performance for us. I really wish we could have had that against Borussia and Hertha especially, but it wasn't to be. That said, like I mentioned earlier, we're doing really well, and I'm happy with that. So if you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments. Leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name's FM Jellico, and I thank you for watching.